God gives you that inner strength, that He gives you the push. You have to take that first step, and then He says, okay, I'll open the path up for you. Because nowadays the generation is gets depressed very fast on little things and all, and they're not able to move forward. Well, this book I want to share one thing is that I would have never written it if my son had never forced me to write it. I've never heard any students talking about education issues or study issues, and they don't have those issues. Issues are nowadays only about relationships, and I find that very strange. So in this time and age, I think everybody needs to be sensitive, and I think the sensitivity by itself will bring strength. Generally, I tell them what's happened. I said, what happened? You've had a breakup? So they say, yes, ma'am. They make all those faces. So I tell them that song, makeup lagao, and move ahead, move on. Yeah, there's one favorite quote which is over here in my book. It says, to my dear readers, rise as the phoenix does, not fearing the fire, but trusting the rebirth it begins.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Sangam Talkies. I am your host Monica Sharma, and today's episode is going to be deeply moving, thought-provoking and truly unforgettable. Life, as we all know, is not just a straight line. It's a weave of laughter, pain, survival and reinvention. And today we have with us a remarkable woman who has dared to unravel her own weave and share it with the world. She is an author, an educator, a motivator, and a mentor who has touched thousands of lives. Her book, Unravelling the Weave, Threads That Endure, is not just a memoir, it's a mirror. Who has felt broken? Who has ever questioned their strength and ever wondered that, can I begin again? So please join me in welcoming the very inspiring Bina Uberoi. And friends, before we dive in, please hit the like, share and subscribe button. And trust me, this conversation is for you. So ma'am, please welcome to our studio first. And let me begin with the first question itself. The title, Unraveling the Weave. So it's poetic, it's layered. What does this weave mean to you personally, and why did you choose to unravel it now?
So first of all, I must thank you for having me on your show. Yeah. And why I plan to write it, because I have lived, so much is now gone behind me. Yeah. And I have covered many milestones in my life. And I felt now the time has come that I should also write it out. Yeah. And for the future generation to somehow understand that, life, yes, does get broken at times. Like you said, the mirror cracks and breaks. Yeah. But I'm sure we can put things together back again through our, our problem solving abilities, the strength that we gather. So this book, for that reason I wrote it, because I wanted the women especially and the younger generation to understand that yes, times may be low, but we can come out of it and then continue and move on till Almighty wants us to live.
So, okay ma'am, then when did you realize that the world also needs to hear this?
I think I've been thinking about it for a long time. Because nowadays the generation is gets depressed very fast on little things and all, and they're not able to move forward. So I've been thinking how to somehow inspire them, motivate them. I think this was the best medium for me to use. Yeah. And I'm glad that people are liking the story, and they are it resonates with them, because everybody goes through these kind of ups and downs. Nobody's life is straight.
Ma'am, your journey as an educator spans over 3 decades. So how did shaping young minds help you understand emotions like sensitivity, depression or even aggression that we might avoid discussing openly?
I think being in the classrooms especially, it's not that I was mentoring them. I learned a lot from this generation too. They're very intelligent, and but they do have their, like you said, aggression and depression and all these things that they move along with them. So being in the classroom is what really got me to unravel all these things and understand that yes, if I need to do something for them, then I've got to go beyond the job, beyond the book or the classroom. And I think that's where I very often touch my students.
Okay. Has any student ever told you that, ma'am, you really believed in me when no one else did?
So many students. It's amazing that they come up to me even now. Students who are even, 25 years behind time, who I mentored, they are still in touch with me and they come up to me. So many of them. I can't even name them.
So what's the feeling behind it?
Oh, it feels so great. It feels so wonderful that yes, I've been able to do. And I think as a human being, we have come to this earth. We need to touch people's lives.
When readers pick up your book, many say it feels like you are telling their story, not just your own. So, did you consciously write it as a universal reflection beyond your personal narrative?
Uh, I don't think I wrote it with that with that intention. But when you begin to write, then the realization comes on that yes, there could be someone walking the same path, and someone who could have, maybe what I've gone through, someone may have gone through worse. It's not that my journey was bad enough, but there are people who may have gone through loss and and so much of. So not with that intention, but when I started writing, it became everybody's story.
Okay. One thread that keeps coming back in your story is resilience. How do you define resilience in a world where failure often feels like full stops rather than commas?
Yes. Being an army officer's daughter, I think I have learned that there is no full stop, and you need to build up that resilience as in strength within, so that you can cope up with your future endeavors. Just like a soldier, he never gives up till the last bullet. So that's where I learned my resilience from the army.
Okay. Was there ever a moment when you whispered to yourself that I can't do this, and yet something deeper said, just keep going, Bina. You can't give up?
Yes, I think every time the problem faces you, you say, oh God, I won't be able to do it. But I don't know what is there within. Then I keep telling myself, no, I have to get up and I have to do it. Whatever happens, I need to do it. Yes, there's something that whispers within me. And then I don't stop.
Who motivates you in that darkest moments?
I would credit that to maybe I'm made that way, or maybe Almighty gives me that, the universe gives me the power. I had read a book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and from there I learned that yes, even without doing anything, you can, get the power from the universe. And I do practice it on a daily basis. So I think that helped me a lot.
Ma'am, I want to know your story. Like, what experience did you have that made you this strong and resilient, and now you're motivating so many people?
I think when you go through bad times and your low times and all, that gives you a strength. And leading a normal life cannot give you a strength. It's when you have the setbacks and the adversities face you. I think God gives you that inner strength, that He gives you the push. You have to take that first step, and then He says, okay, I'll open the path up for you. So I have great faith in the universe and God. Can call Him God, Vaheguru, Om, Shiva, whatever.
Do you feel dependent on anyone?
I want to feel dependent. It's a good feeling.
But you don't want to feel because.
But I don't want to depend on anybody. I don't depend on anybody for anything.
That makes you strong?
Yes, it makes me stronger. But sometimes others perceive it as differently, that they want to help you, but you don't want to take that help.
Okay, ma'am. The book speaks of a dream like childhood and then challenges of adulthood. Was there one life-altering moment of pain, reinvention that you knew had to be in the book?
Well, I think shifting from city to city was quite difficult. And I think bringing up a child single-handed also was very difficult for me. His education, to put him on a career, I think that gave me the strength, and that was my focal point.
Okay. How was your 20s?
Oh, they were fun. I had so much fun, and in my youth, the university, the college, they were golden periods of my life. We had great friends, abundance of life, laughter, music, everything that you can dream of, we had it. Everything.
How do you define struggle? If someone's saying I had enough struggle in my life, how do you define it?
I think struggle
What
would.
struggle is for you?
So I think struggle is that when you face a problem,
Yeah.
how you're going to solve it. That is the struggle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that plain and simple. The the problem comes in front of you, and you set to start solving it, and that solving process is the struggle,
Yeah.
because you never know, you may reach the end or you may not, but I still feel even if you don't reach the end, you need to still keep solving it.
We live in times where being sensitive is often seen as being weak, yet your book reclaims sensitivity as strength. How do we change this narrative?
I think weakness, no one should feel scared of being weak or sensitive. Sensitive is not weakness, sensitive is human. Sensitive is human. So in this time and age, I think everybody needs to be sensitive, and I think the sensitivity by itself will bring strength. So, you know, though it's paradoxical, it's like appears uh, two different things, but I think sensitivity also brings in that resilience.
Ma'am, did anyone ever told you that you're being too emotional, you're being too soft, and you just said that no, it's my strength?
If I really think back, I've never been I've been strong all the time. I've never been sensitive. Yeah, it does hurt you for a while. Someone says or something happens, but after that you say, okay, let's go on, move on, and that's it. So I sometimes I'm not very sensitive also.
Suppose someone is going through a tough moment. Suppose I'm your student and I'm going through a tough moment. Then will you give me advice or will you
Of
be a listener
course,
first?
I will first listen to you, and then, you know, when you listen too much, then everything flows out from that person. And at the same time, I will advise, not from, you know, like a big advisor on anything. Advice is all free, but from the heart, I will truly tell that path which really that person needs and requires.
Thank you, ma'am. As a mentor, you've seen students who are introverts, self-obsessed, or even battling depression. What parallels do you see between guiding them and guiding yourself through your own life challenges?
uh, I think guiding students nowadays is little tough. Guiding myself was not so tough. Guiding the students is tough because they have their own, you know. I think this time we have given them nothing. They have the climate change is there. There's so much happening for them. There are no jobs. Education lost its, you know, value. So I think their struggles are much greater than what I can think of mine. So I feel the challenge towards them to make them understand life's missions is more difficult.
Ma'am, what kind of stories do you mostly hear from students? Is it a relationship issue? Is it a family issue?
It's generally family issues, relationship issues.
Okay.
I've never heard any students talking about education issues
Studies.
or study issues, and they don't have those issues. Issues are nowadays only about relationships, and I find that very strange. I feel you should, you know, worry about your education, and relationships will take care of themselves. But so much of on relationships and family issues have become so big.
Okay. Ma'am, what advice do you like to give to someone who is going through a breakup or someone who has lost their family member, is grieving for their loved one?
Now, these are two very different things you're saying. One is loss grief,
Yeah.
yeah, and the other, the breakup one.
One can't compare from
Yeah, those
breakup
two are very different.
and death of a loved one.
So we have students in the class. I'll tell you something very funny.
Yeah.
So we have students in the class who they have friends, and next day they are crying because they've broken up and all.
Yeah.
So generally I tell them, what's happened? I said, what happened? You've had a breakup? So they say, yes, ma'am. Yeah, they make all those faces. So I tell them that song, you know, makeup lagao, and, you know, move ahead, move on. Yeah, don't concentrate. Make your life. Make your life.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. So, women in particular often put themselves last, as we all know, until life pushes them to rediscover who they are. So, how does your book speak to women about the courage of reinvention at any age?
Women are very strong, but I somehow feel they grow up in insecurities. They want to be dependent on somebody all the time. So I want to tell the women that you can invent. You must have an identity of your own, and you must reinvent. Even if you're on low and you're, you know, not getting on, you need to first build up your identity.
Okay, ma'am. How do you define feminine energy?
Um, Feminine energy is grace. I would define it as grace. Feminine energy is not playing the victim card or showing that you are dominating someone. I think grace is what femininity is made of, and from that grace everything comes then.
Do you believe in feminism?
Feminine, I do believe, but not at the way it's going nowadays. It's going a little too far. Yes.
Yeah.
So it should be at a normal level, middle path. I think then I'm a believer in family.
Okay, ma'am. So, how does you say to the woman sitting quietly in their 40s or 50s or 60s, telling herself that it's too late, I can't begin now?
It's never too late. I started very late in my life, so I feel that it's never too late. I think even in 60, 65 and all, um, you can do anything at any time as long as health and this helps you.
There's a line in your book that says, life throws challenges like a game. Some hit us and some pass by. What personal strategy have you built to handle this unpredictable game?
I hit a sixer every time.
Okay. How do you do that?
I don't know. I get the strength from, I don't know, I think God gives me that strength, and then take the bat and I hit the sixer, let the ball come, whichever ball it is.
So, which
I might miss the ball also.
But you just keep going. Don't give up. That's the main thing. So, what's the your personal favorite quote from this book?
Yeah, there's one favorite quote which is over here in my book, which I also studied when I was at the university.
Okay.
It was about, could I read that?
Yeah, please.
So, this was a little line towards the tail end of the book. It says, to my dear readers, rise as the phoenix does, not fearing the fire, but trusting the rebirth it begins. Remember the tale of Icarus. Do not fly so close to the sun in the pride that your wings melt. Walk the middle path, rise and remain humble in his light. So this is one that say that Icarus was a mythical character that he had these huge wax wings and he flew up to the sky, went very close to the sun, and his wings melted, and then he came down as ash, and then from those ashes he rose up again to fly up to the sun again.
So, after the downfall, do we get up again and then we have a great comeback?
You have to rise again. I don't know about the great comeback. Many people have the comeback, many people don't have it, but I'm sure that they can at least reach a normal path.
Okay. Do you believe in rebirth or in life?
Yes, I do, because I believe in karma, that what you do.
Have you ever experienced that life is giving you rebirth?
Yes, I have had so many rebirths.
So, can you please share your story?
One was when I probably had a sort of an illness. So, yeah. So it's mentioned in the book. I don't want to, spoil.
Okay, I want readers to please go through this book first. Ma'am, you talk about aggression, conflict, and yet choosing dignity. How do you hold on to dignity when emotions are running high and situations are feeling unfair?
I do have sometimes get very anxious and all. I do sort of get that anxiety thing, but after some time, then when you sit back and you listen, then it sort of gets low, and then you have to get up with dignity and grace and do what you have to.
Suppose something is not going right in my eyes, something is going, and should I take a stand for myself or I choose to stay silent?
No, I think everybody needs to take a stand gracefully. I must add this word gracefully. A stand should be taken gracefully, and I don't think at any time you should sit quiet. You must express your emotions to whoever you have to. So other person must know what you are thinking. Otherwise, no one can do anything.
Silence is also the answer.
Yes, I have written that also in my book. Sometimes when things start going well, and you don't need to talk. So I think silence is the best communicator.
Okay.
As I have with my son nowadays, we rarely talk, but we know we are in a conversation.
Yeah. Ma'am, teaching communication and personality development must have taught you the power of words. So, did that also empower you to be brutally honest yet graceful in your memoir?
Yes, that could be possible, that I have been brutally honest because of my education and, personality development, communication skills and all. The words and all do help, yes, and emotions to express yourself.
Do you believe that being brutally honest is a pro or a con?
Um, I think too much honesty can kill.
Yeah.
So it just should be the right measure, where you don't hurt anybody, no malice towards anybody.
Yes.
I have gone through a lot of problems, but I have no malice for anybody.
Okay. In a social media where everyone showcases perfection, yet your book reveals the cracks, the broken pieces, and the hidden struggle, why do you think it's vital we normalize such conversations?
Yes, because people tend to keep silent at their problems and probably feel that they are going to be, they will show themselves in a wrong light to others. I think sharing is very important, and expressing your emotions help you cross the path.
Yeah, when we see someone's social media, Instagram, Facebook, we see a lot of happy pictures. People don't share their sad pictures, obviously.
Yes, because I think they are scared of showing others. Others will judge them, so they don't share. Also, they don't share with their close ones. Also, they with their close friends they don't share. I think you should share. It will help you unburden, and it will help the other person also to learn from what they see.
Yes. Ma'am, authors often say the hardest part is knowing when to stop writing. How did you know your story, your weave was ready to be shared with the world?
How did I know? I had to write it. I told you I wanted this to as a record for the generations to know that yes, you need to be strong,
Yeah.
and everybody's intelligent, and you need to be but strong from the heart, so that you can match your EQ and IQ and then move forward from there.
Okay. The phrase threads that endure is powerful. What are those unbreakable threads in your own weave? Faith, family, self belief, or something else?
My strongest thread is my I think my family, my small little family, my son, my daughter-in-law. They are my strongest thread. Nothing going to break that. And strength, resilience. That's also my strong thread. And consistency. I just go on and on and on.
What is your weakness?
My weakness is that I don't take help from anybody. That's my. I think that's. I should learn to take that help.
Bina ji, to someone watching us right now, maybe they are battling depression, loneliness, aggression, or in relationships, or simply doubting their worth. What is the one message of hope your book offers to them?
Just move on, and you have to tell yourself. There's nobody going to come and tell you. You got to pull yourself out. It's like you're drowning in the swimming pool. You have to shake your legs up to just surface. That's the only thing. And once you just begin to surface, then I'm sure someone will pull you out.
Okay. So when I ask about the book, what are the more things you want to share?
Well, this book, I want to share one thing is that I would have never written it if my son had never forced me to write it.
Okay.
He said, "Come on, Mama, you need to do it. You need to write out your book." And that's what started the book, right?
So he has been your motivation.
Yeah, he has forced me to write it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bina ji, for coming to our episode or podcast. Thank you so much. Bina ji, this has been more than just an interview. It's been a conversation of courage, honesty, and heart. Thank you for sharing not just this book, but your soul with us today. Friends, if you haven't read Unravelling the Weave Threads That Endure, please get your copy on Amazon. And it's not just a memoir, it's a companion for anyone searching for strength in their darkest moments. And remember, don't leave without liking, sharing, and subscribing the button. And please tell in the comment section which one is your favorite part in the episode. So this is Monica Sharma signing off from the Sangam Talkies. Until next time, stay strong, stay kind, and please keep weaving your own story.